Hey everybody. We thought we would start doing some little segments here and there of different stuff that we just kind of want to talk about and share with you guys. Things that maybe you might be curious about, or just information that we want to share. So the first thing that we thought we would cover is why we chose to do a cargo conversion, because I imagine a lot of people wonder, why did we decide to do this? Well, first reason I think probably was price, because it was pretty inexpensive. We just got a 6x10 cargo trailer. What is it? It's a Forest River manufactured U.S. cargo trailer. What was it? A Trail and Sport or something like that. And
so it had like fancy mag wheels on it and
right,
gravel guard around it.
Yeah,
stuff.
We did buy it used. We got it for a pretty good price, and we watched a lot of YouTube videos with people that had done cargo trailers. One in particular that we watched a lot of was I Ride Tiny House Adventures. They have a bigger cargo, but they built it, all out exactly the way they wanted to do it, and it actually is a lot fancier than what we did. We kept ours a lot more simple, but we didn't want to invest a whole lot of money in any type of an RV, because we weren't for sure how much we would use it, if we would even really like using it, so that was kind of, keep it simple, price low as possible. One of the other reasons was that we could actually build it with the layout that would suit us, that we wanted, the way we wanted it. We used a lot of repurposed pallet wood and other bits and pieces of things that we just had from previous whatever projects, and
mostly house projects.
Yeah, right.
2x4s and screws and stuff like that.
Because it never fails, you seem to overbuy on supplies, so we always have all this extra stuff kind of just sitting around. So we used a lot of that in our build, and we did do like a kind of a little blueprint. We drew up how we thought we wanted it, and as we were building, it did change a few times. Either what we thought we were going to do wasn't going to quite work, wouldn't fit or something, or just didn't like the way that was going to look. So we moved. I don't know, what all did we do different? We kind of, like Darby's pen ended up over on her bedding areas over on the side, and originally we talked about putting it in the nose and stuff like that. And we started out, if you go back and watch some of our previous videos, you'll see that we started out with a full-size bed at the back end, and as we camped a few times, we realized that we didn't like how much space that took up. So we ended up changing that somewhat recently and put bunks in the back, which we have a video on that also. And that really freed up a whole bunch of floor space for us in here. And being that we were in a little 6x10, a little more space, was pretty nice. But yeah, maintenance is another thing.
Which, that was one of the big things for me, is because, there's a 30 amp, I put a 30 amp breaker box in it. All the wiring I did myself. That way, if there is ever any issue, I know exactly how it's wired, where the wires are. So traceability is really easy because, I put it all in. So that was a lot of the maintenance. It has a one-piece roof, so there's no leak issues. It's real simple. It's not real I can't even say that. Lavish.
Yeah,
there you go. It's not real lavish or anything. It's pretty basic. It's basically a tent on wheels, and that's kind of what we wanted. We just didn't want a tent.
Right.
We wanted something around us, hard, metal, but not the canvas.
And we didn't put in plumbing. We didn't want the hassle of tanks and worrying about filling them or dumping them or
Them freezing.
because we want to do winter camping, which we kind of did, but we sort of went where it was warmer. But we want the opportunity to be able to go winter camping without having to worry about anything freezing up, or taking extra measures to keep it from freezing up while we are possibly winter camping. We want it to be a year-round thing. So
And I still work a full-time job, so camping availability, since we're not going to be in it a lot, besides a few times that we get to go to do winter camping, it does sit. So, and that kind of refers back to not having to worry about pipes freezing and tanks freezing and that kind of stuff.
And then probably our fourth main reason for going with a cargo conversion was flexibility. Like the actual size of the trailer, the fact that it's easy to pull. I mean,
The weight was a big thing, because before we got our current tow vehicle, the truck, I was actually pulling it with a H3, which only has a 5-cylinder in it, so weight was a big consideration because we hadn't really planned on buying a truck. We were just going to pull with the H3, and then we started adding a few things here and there, and we could definitely tell the weight difference, and it was that H3 was struggling, so that's why we did go ahead and buy the truck. But with that truck, you can't hardly tell it's back there, and so weight and size.
We don't have a lot of parking area at our house, so that is convenient to put a larger RV, so we needed to keep it small. Plus, then when we do go somewhere, we can back that into just about any little campsite spot because it's tiny.
Yeah, back about 20 years ago, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, why didn't you just get a pop-up? We actually had a pop-up for a little while. We bought an older one. It was used. We went through, we did, put new flooring in it. I actually fixed the inverter because the wiring was all screwed up in it, and the canvas was in pretty decent shape, but after we used it a few times, you could start seeing the wear spots in the canvas, and it started leaking, and that's just something that we just didn't want to deal with this time. In fact, the one that we had, which I know is because it was used, we were cranking it up, the cable broke, so one side fell down, so we had to use a big old stick to prop it up, and that's just something we didn't want to deal with this time.
Right. So we have, probably other small reasons why, but those are probably our four main reasons why we chose to do a cargo build. And unfortunately, when we were building, we weren't really into doing the YouTube thing, so we just took pictures. So our very first video is just a slideshow of the build, but you can go back and watch that and see what all we did. And then there's a few videos here and there of things that we changed, like the bedding and or the bed area, and added some storage shelves and stuff like that. And we've really been pretty happy with our build. I love it. I love the rustic with the pallet wood and we did, and our ceiling with which you can see the tin part, but it also has, some pallet wood that we kind of brush painted and gave it that, what do you call that, washed look, I guess you call it. But yeah, so, to me, it's cozy. I like it. I like the way we did it. And, we do changes here and there. We add things as needed or, whatever, but,
Well, and being small, it's really easy to heat too.
Oh, yeah.
Because when we did do the build, we insulated ceiling, floor, both walls, and it heats up really quick. Like right now, it's like below freezing outside, and we've just got the little heater going, and it's nice and toasty in here. So,
Yep. So those are our reasons. If you were wondering, if you have any questions, you feel free to post them in the comments below, and I always check all our comments on our videos and stuff like that. And we have a few more segment videos that we plan to do to kind of let you get to know a little bit more about us, or information we just want to share. So I think that's it for this one, though. All right. Thanks for watching.